evening, everybody, and welcome to 97.3 ESPN's live coverage of the South Jersey Lifeguard Championships, live from the beach in Longport, New Jersey. This is the 80th annual South Jersey Lifeguard Championships, which started all the way back in 1924. And what a beautiful day we have for racing. To help me call the action, two former lieutenants from the Ocean City Beach Patrol, John McShane and Scotty McKay, and former chief of the Longport Beach Patrol, Dan Adams. And guys, what a beautiful night for racing. We had a little shower come through. Travis has got us all set up, ready to go. And John, beautiful night for racing, man. We're 2 for 2.
It almost mirrors like last Friday night, and just as we're getting ready to go, watching the Atlantic City boat go out for a warm up. They've already gotten over 2 really nice sized breakers, so I think we'll have some surf for the guys on the way in. And it'll be interesting sometimes to see how well they can get out.
And Scooter, this week we're right up on the high tide line, a lot closer than we were last week. But there are some swells coming in. You know, it's calm, not as calm as last week for the Margate Memorials, but it's not choppy. But there are sets rolling in.
Yeah, it's a little windier than it was last week in the Margates, and we are right at the break here. We could actually take a dive off and get wet here, but it does look like there's going to be some advantages on starts and also on finishes here, because there is a little bit more swell tonight than there was last Friday.
Now, Dan Adams, you were the former chief of the Longport Beach Patrol, and I'll tell you what, you guys have really put on a great show over the last two years that we've been here. It's been phenomenal, man. And here we are, Longport dominating the South Jersey races for the last couple of years.
Yeah, Longport's
what's in the water over here, Dan?
You know what? It's our Lady Pearl water tower behind us, but you know what? Longport's really worked hard the last few years, and we've developed our team strong, and we really have some great swimmers and rowers, and they go out there every week, and they're competitive every week, you know. But with these swells tonight, with this ocean action, you never know. It's all about the start, the turn, and the finish, so anything can happen here tonight.
Yeah, anything can happen. I don't know, John and Scooter, anything can happen, but not at the swim, with Joey Tepper dominating over the last 2 years, 2.5, 3 years. These kids phenomenal. Sleight of build, calm demeanor, yet he just motors through the water.
Made for ocean water swimming. Honest Scott, he's got to be the odds-on favorite to take the swim tonight unless something really unusual happens.
Listen, last week was my first race I was at in person this year, and I haven't seen somebody for a long time that's been dominant in the swim like this. I mean, it's almost like he knows somebody at the flag, you know. Dan, you got somebody out there helping him out, pulling him a little bit, or tugging him. I mean, it's crazy the way he's beating people.
We really don't, but I got to tell you, before Joey got on the Beach Patrol a couple years ago, I was having a conversation with Brian Booth from Ocean City, and he told me if he comes to Longport, he will be a South Jersey champion. And I've been timing each race to see where he falls, and the least amount of time he's won by is 45 seconds, and the highest was 1 minute and 5 seconds. So that's where we stand, and hopefully it works again tonight.
We should blame Boothie for not recruiting him to Ocean City. Is that what you're saying?
Well, I don't know about that. He had his brother, also a South Jersey champion in 2017 here in Longport, John Tepper. It's a swimming family. They got genes, and they know what to do. And we talked, you guys said it, Tepper's body is an ocean swimming body. He gets on top of the water. You watch tonight. He'll be 12th, 13th going out, but by the time we get past the breakers, he'll be ahead by 10 yards.
We're live here in the beach in Longport, New Jersey for the 2019 South Jersey Lifeguard Championships. I mean, it's a beautiful night. Like I said, a storm did pass through earlier, Scooter and John, but right now we got the crews that are from Cape May Point to Brigantine, New Jersey, 15 beaches in all, and they're out warming up on the, getting their strokes in. The doubles crews are out there. The swimmers are out there, John.
Right, the doubles crews are going out. That's obviously going to be the first event tonight, followed by the swim. During the swim, we'll see the singles rowers go out and get their warm-ups in as well. And wind's picking up a little bit here, you guys. I think you can hear it in our microphones. So that's going to the wind basically is south to north, so it's going to play on those guys, especially in the earlier lanes.
Yeah, I'm just going to interject here. That could be a factor here with the boundaries, too. We're limited to the boundaries here between the two pipes at Manor Avenue and 33rd Avenue. So hopefully the sweep isn't going too far to the north that it becomes a problem here for the lane 1, 2, and 3 boats.
That's something they're going to have to obviously watch out for sure.
We've talked in the past, John McShane, about the different beach patrols setting the flags at different lengths. But for the South Jersey Championships, it's all uniform, right? It's the same.
It's a prescribed time for each event, not so much distance, but time. And Dan is as Secretary Treasurer for a long time. The Chiefs Association probably has those numbers on the top of his head.
Yeah, I actually was president for a few years.
That's right,
too.
yes.
I worked my way up the ladder, but yeah, the doubles race is going to be 14 to 16 minutes. The swim is the same, 14 to 16 minutes, and the singles is 4 to 6 minutes. So that's what you're looking at here tonight, and that's what we're going to
Right.
have.
And last week we were a little on the shy side of that. We just got over 4 minutes for the singles. Swim was just a little over 10, and I'm not sure what doubles might have been around 12 and a half.
11:30 winning time.
Okay. Yeah. So
It's good to see we got 3 women in the race tonight in the swim, which would be nice to see. They've had some success in the past. I mean, Ocean City's had Maggie Wallace, who did a great job at the jerseys, and it's good to see the women get involved in this, swimming against the men.
We've got some great crews. We've talked about it all year long, especially in the locker room when we do the Beach Patrol report, sponsored by Pendergast Safety Equipment. We've talked about Vince Grenice and Kyle DeRue. We've talked about Kate May, John Nees, and Jake Smith, McGrath, Sean Duffy from Longport, who've been dominant. Chuck Dowdy and Chris Graves, who won the Margates last week, John. I mean, these crews are also competitive. Danny Rogers, a race cap and ECO from Sea Isle, and the list goes on and on.
it's going to be tight. I think at the outset, probably if I'm handicapping, I'm looking at Longport strong. I'm looking at Margate City strong, possibly at Atlantic City. But you also have Kate May, who was second last year, same 2 guys back. You have an Upper Township, a Sea Isle. Anybody is capable of being in a position to get that wave.
And John,
basically.
look, Wildwood Crest, Pat Bakey, and Jake Klecko, they've placed.
Veterans, absolutely,
they're veterans.
absolutely.
Sean Slattery and Brett Henson from Ventnor, they've placed and they've finished high up in some of these races. The AC Classic, the Dutch Hoffmans. I mean, so it's going to be a competitive race, Dan. Dan, it's really tough to repeat. Longport's done it now. There hasn't been too many beach patrols over the years that have been able to do that.
Yeah, we actually talked about that this week, Billy, and I did some statistics on that, and 3-time winners: Longport from 2016 to 2018, Ocean City from 2004 to 2006, Ventnor 2001 to 2003, Margate 1993 to 95, and Ocean City 1975 to 77. But I really got to say, Ocean City won 4 times in 1949 to 1952, and they were 11-time champions. 3 of those during the years 1961 to 71 were co-champions, but Ocean City pretty much has been the dominant force in the number of years. As far as the overall championships, I think they have the most.
We're down here on the beach in Longport, New Jersey. Got to come on down for this South Jersey tradition, John. This is unique to South Jersey. And look, we talk sports in the locker room on 97.3 ESPN, but from like late June to middle of August, unless the Phillies are playing well, this is the sport, man.
It's Friday night. It's Friday.
Right?
It's Friday night late in Texas.
Yeah,
it's Friday
right.
night in South Jersey and Cape May and Atlantic counties. It's time to go racing, boys.
And Scooter, last week there had to be at least 5,000 people on the beach in Margate. I'm expecting that right now. You see the beach is starting to pack up. There's numerous beach patrols that have their alumni tents set up.
Yeah.
And I know Ocean City has theirs.
For everybody that's been involved in this over the years, I mean, this is the big one. This is the one that everybody wants to win. Not that the other ones aren't important, but the South Jerseys have had that prestige of being the one that you really want to win. Obviously, you get to take it to your hometown, and Dan's been fortunate to have this here for a number of years. They get real good at doing the races when they win all these years. Right, Dan?
Absolutely. After we won in 2016 in Avalon, to host it the next year, it was the first time we ever hosted a race with 15 patrols. We had done the women's races with like 12 or 13, but never with 15 patrols, and it really was, a pretty tremendous task. And you know what? It goes all the way down to the junior lifeguards, all the way up to the other people that help sponsor the event. And it's really a great event and really a great night, and way better to, where else do you want to be on Friday night? My wife thinks I'm crazy because I've been pumped up all week. I was listening to music today. I painted my fence, and I was pumped up, ready for this race. She thinks I'm crazy, but you know what?
Why she married you.
Well, once you're a lifeguard, you always
Yeah.
have that in your system, and you never lose it. And the camaraderie with everybody on the beach patrol is just something you can't explain.
Well, and you know what? I'm glad you alluded to that too, Dan, because we're all former beach patrol guys, and our passion runs deep with this because of our experience. But if you're a casual visitor to the Jersey Shore and you come down and see this on the beach, it's a spectacle.
Yeah.
Quick story. Last week up in Margate, a friend of mine came down. He works out with me up in my swim club, and they were down for the week. And he brought his 12-year-old son down, who's about 6'2", and the kid now wants to be a lifeguard.
There you go.
I'm telling you,
He's not going to be a jockey.
Great
No.
role models. All right, 97.3 ESPN's live coverage of the 2019 South Jersey Lifeguard Championships is brought to you by McCann Realtors. Family owned since 1939. Experience the McCann difference. Located at 4111 Landis Avenue in Sea Isle City. It's your one-stop shopping for sales, rentals, investments, mortgage lending, and appraisals. 609-263-7422. And by Ridgeway Legal, South Jersey champions in business and real estate law. Ridgeway Legal, 4 generations and going strong. Located at 15 Shore Road in Linwood, New Jersey. 609-927-0126. And by Local Gym and Fitness, located at 908 Asbury Avenue in Ocean City, New Jersey. Local Gym and Fitness is a complete gym with all the necessary equipment suited for powerlifting, CrossFit, traditional weight training, boxing, and cardio. The gym is fit for all ages. Stop in and see them today. All right, when we return, we'll continue with the live broadcast of the South Jersey Lifeguard Championships live on 97.3 ESPN.
There's always something going on at Maynard's Cafe in Margate. The Starlight Garden is open. Private party? Maynard's has the perfect venue with outdoor bars and seating. Craving breakfast? Yep, you can enjoy your kegs and eggs at the Starlight Garden at Maynard's too. Looking for live bands and DJs? Maynard's has live entertainment inside the main bar and outside in the Starlight Garden. Remember, Maynard's Cafe is the home of the $2 Bud and Bud Light drafts all day, every day. Maynard's features daily happy hour, Monday through Thursday from 4 to 7, with half-price apps, $4 house drinks, and $5 glasses of wine. Play pool or pull up a seat at the bar. Maynard's Cafe, Amherst Avenue in Margate. Need to know more? Go to maynards-cafe.com or find Maynard's on Facebook. Maynard's, a local tradition since 1966.
All right, we're back here live on the beach in Longport, New Jersey for the 2019 South Jersey Lifeguard Championships live on 97.3 ESPN. The races are brought to you by Maynard's Cafe and Starlight Garden, located at 9306 Amherst Avenue, family owned since 1966. It's home of the $2 and $2 Bud Light drafts with live music Wednesday through Sunday during the summer months. It's the official post-race after party only at Maynard's Cafe, and it's Billy Schweim, John McShane, Scotty McKay, and Dan Adams calling the action for you. A beautiful night for racing. The sun is out. The people are, coming down to the beach, and we're going to looking at a good crowd coming down here, Dan.
Yeah, I agree. We talked last week. Margate Memorials is probably the biggest race in South Jersey, I think, and I think it really comes to a hometown crowd. A lot of Margate residents and people who come there come out. The South Jersey draws a crowd from all the beaches, but I think that weather might have hurt us a little bit. It might have drawn us back a little with some of the people showing up.
Come on down. We have ESPN T-shirts that are on sale down here right underneath the tent. Come on down, $10 a T-shirt. Got the locker room on the back of it with Billy Schweim and John McShane. That we have a lot of the racers are in the water swimming. We got some doubles crews out there preparing for the race. And John, last week for the doubles, Chuck Gowdy and Chris Graves, who really haven't been rowing that much together this year, finally put it together and got themselves a win and in close fashion.
They did, and
caught a wave and kept it straight.
I think we'll probably see the same type of strategy tonight. Get out quick. They did have a poor start, Chris admitted last week, but get a better start this week, get to that flag first, and hold position on the way in. We know Longport was on their tail last week. We'll see what happens. I just want to make one comment. These guys went out here to warm up, these swimmers, and they're coming in about 3 or 4 lanes to the north. So, Dan, what you alluded to earlier on that current, I think that is definitely going to be in play here for the swim.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a factor in the swim, and probably also the rowing events, especially the doubles being as far, as that is with that 14 to 16-minute race. And looking at last week, you got to remember, we talked about Margate, how strong and how powerful they were, but Longport turned the flag 5th and jumped on it on the way in. So
they were definitely walking them down, no doubt.
It's going to be interesting tonight. I put 5 crews in the hunt for tonight's win in the South Jersey Championship, and it's open door for anybody.
Now, does the water temperature affect the swimmers? I mean, obviously right now we're looking at about a 72-degree temperature in the water, I believe it is today. Once again, the wind's picking up a little bit. You can hear it through our mics. But does the water temperature affect these guys?
I don't think so. They've been in the water all year long. This summer the water has actually gotten warmer earlier this year than it has in the past. It's usually pretty cool for the first couple months of the summer, and then all of a sudden it gets warm at the end of the year. But these guys are used to it, I remember taking the test back in '77. We put Vaseline under our arms and in our groin because it was 57 degrees, and you had to keep your body warm, So it's this won't matter. Joey's going to be so far out, it could be freezing, and he'd swim across the ice.
All right, what we're going to do, let's set up another break here as we're getting ready for the start of the doubles race. The South Jersey Lifeguard Championships are brought to you by Blitz's Market. 2 locations to serve you in Ocean City, New Jersey at 21st Street and 34th Street and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Voted Ocean City's best deli 4 years running. Come in and try one of their famous breakfast sandwiches or their famous delicious hoagies. Blitz's Market only in Ocean City, New Jersey. Of course, John, Scooter, you and I stop in there,
we'll
and
Dave
morning. And Joan take care of us on the way
Absolutely.
to the locker room. We really appreciate their contribution. And of course, the Lifeguard Championships are also brought to you by 7th and 11th Street Bike Rentals on the boardwalk in Ocean City, New Jersey, 609-425-5169. Thanks for a great summer. That's by John Millar, who's a former champion here in Ocean City. And of course, it's also the South Jersey Lifeguard Championships are brought to you by Dino's Subs and Pizza, serving Margate and beyond since 1965. Eat in, take out, or delivery. And yes, we deliver to the beach. 8016 Ventnor Avenue, Margate, New Jersey. Give them a call, 609-822-6602. And I was in there the other day and had a great cheesesteak. It was delicious. All right, when we return, we'll have the start of the South Jersey Lifeguard Championships live from the beach in Longport, New Jersey.
CleanRental.com, a fresh approach to uniforms, your uniform supplier. If you're a business owner, CleanRental.com asks you the following questions. 1. Are you completely satisfied with the quality of the uniform rental program you are currently receiving? 2. Are you completely satisfied with the service you are receiving from your present uniform rental company? And 3. Have you had an experience in the last 6 months where the response time to any request has been less than satisfactory? If you're a company with 50 employees or more, please give CleanRental.com a call at 1-800-825-3266. That's 1-800-825-3266. CleanRental.com, a fresh approach to uniforms. Give them a call today.
All right, we're back here live on the beach in Longport, New Jersey, 97.3 ESPN's live coverage of the South Jersey Lifeguard Championships. Here on the beach is getting crowded. John McShane, Scotty McKay, Billy Schweim, and Dan Adams bringing you all the action of this South Jersey tradition that dates back to 1924. It's the 80th annual. And Dan, you were saying during the break how pumped up you're getting for this race as a former guard.
You know what? It's a pretty amazing feeling, and Scott was talking about, the swimmers and the water temperature and that. Let me tell you, as soon as you get on that starting line, whether it's for the double, single, swim, whatever it is, your adrenaline kicks in. You don't feel that temperature or anything, what's going on, and you just focus on the race. And, being a former rower and rowing in all these different events, it was a great experience. We had an awesome time, and it was just a lot of fun.
Scotty McKay, you've been around for a long time. You In
Real long
Ocean
time.
City, you used to, huh?
A real long time.
Real long time. You used to set the flags. What's the challenge in setting these flags? We talked about it a little bit last week. Maybe you can shed some light on how hard it is.
Well, in waters like this, it's not that bad because the flags aren't moving back and forth as you're setting them. Listen, you don't know the exact depth of the water when you're dropping these weights down to hold the flag still. So sometimes the ropes are a little bit longer, so they're moving back and forth. But like I said, I alluded to last week, and Danny can say something about this. Is we had like the window off of 39th Street, the dormer window at the house, the blue house on 39th Street. We would get 232 degrees to the beach, and then we would go, and all of a sudden, then the next year they tear the house down, and all of a sudden you don't have a dormer window off of 39th Street. I'm like, there's a new house there, and you've got to find a new point. So it's not easy to do, and you want to make sure you do a good job doing this because the flag's got to be lined up to the curve of the beach.
And I'll tell you what, right now, Dan, the crowd is now starting to come on. Droves of people are coming onto the beach here in Longport, New Jersey, right in front of 31st Street and the bulkhead right up here on the beach. And it's a beautiful sunshiny evening here. The beach is starting to get really packed for this South Jersey tradition. Dan, like I said, it dates back to 1924. Is that amazing?
It's unbelievable, and what a great night, what a great time. And you know what? Hats off to all 15 beach patrols here and the competitors. You know what? They train not only all summer but all year long to prepare for this race and to get ready for tonight, and that's what it's all about.
And John, looks like they're setting the finish line, and the stands are getting placed in the water.
Yeah, I guess we're probably just a couple minutes away from the start. The line and the boat's up now. Stone Harbor's getting into position.
All right, can we have the list of the lanes, Dan? Did we get the lanes? Let's give the listeners a list of the lanes. Go ahead.
All right, we got. We're gonna start off with. I'm just gonna go by patrol. Atlantic City's gonna be in lane 4. Avalon's going to be in lane 7. Brigantine's going to be in lane 14. Cape May is going to be in lane 8. Cape May Point is going to be in lane 3. Longport's going to be in lane 9, right pretty much in the middle of the course. Margate, lane 5. North Wildwood, lane 11. Ocean City, lane 13. Sea Isle, lane 10. Stone Harbor, lane 6. Upper Township, lane 15. Ventnor, lane 12. Wildwood lane 1 and Wildwood Crest lane 2.
Now, John McShane, in a race like this, in conditions like this, does it really matter where you're placed in the lane? Is there any strategic, any strategy to
Well, I know we talked to some of the guys last week about that, and over the years, it seems like you want to be in the middle. You can keep your eye on both north and south part of the course. I think tonight, Dan mentioned it earlier, lanes 1, 2, maybe even 3, a little bit of a disadvantage because of the current that's going to take them north, and they do have a set boundary here in Longport.
I was going to say, Dan, we're looking to the south. There is a drain pipe. Would that come into play down there?
That is the it looks like they've extended the start line past there.
Right.
And to the north, not so much, but it looks like the starting point is south of that. So it looks like they've extended it, and the pipe's not going to come into play. But one of the things, I always said when we were rowing is you always wanted to be next to the tough competitors, who you were racing against. It made the race that much easier for you in your game plan while you were rowing.
Wow, What a big crowd we have here tonight. It is just that people are just coming on the beach. This is what makes it fun. See these competitors. Hey, also, I wanted to ask you, Dan and John and Scooter, at the Atlantic City Classic this year, the lanes were so far apart. This year, it looks like they're a lot closer. That could make for a pretty interesting finish.
There could be some boat banging tonight on the way
Right.
in. Could be interesting.
This
Definitely.
is the third year that Longport's hosted this, and it's the same course for the last 3 years. Nothing's changed. Everything's lined up the
Those
same.
single flags look pretty close, Dan.
I think that's going to be – I still think it's going to be over 4-minute singles race. When they timed it the other day, it was over 5 minutes when they – and it's pretty close, not far off a high tide. So.
Yeah, as far as the gap goes between flags, it's about to me it seems like what it would normally be.
There might be a couple flags a little closer, but this is boat race, and these are the best of the best in South Jersey, and they need to be prepared for that, and they are, and they're ready to go.
And we're right in front of where Wildwood. We've got Wildwood Crest out to our right, to the south. Atlantic City right here in front of us. I don't believe we have too many beaches to the
North of us,
do we?
no, we don't.
Well, this is lane 1 right here.
Yeah,
So,
right. Wildwood is in lane 1. See how much room Crest is giving them. You've got about 5-6 boats bunched right in the middle
Now,
here.
should
be interesting.
Are we in front of where the swim will be?
Yeah, the swim's going to finish right here.
Absolutely.
Right here?
If I can just interject, this is just telling you, John, what we talked about with that pull. With them moving so far to the south and moving the boundary down, it's telling you that pull's a little stronger than what we think it is.
It is
in
stronger.
here.
And the point is, you can only go along with the person next to you in that lane. So if lane 15 moves down, 14 can move down. If lane 13 decides to stay where they are, 12 cannot move around him.
Right.
But there is a sizable difference between lane 1 and 2 compared to the other lanes from what I'm seeing here right now.
Yeah.
And we're a couple minutes behind schedule here. I'm hoping they get this started. We're at
It's
6:33.
Now, 6:33. Like I said, we have Pat Bakey and Joe Klecko right here in front of us. So we're gonna get an opportunity to see their start
good
right
start.
off the bat. Great crew. They've had a couple finishes at some of the races. The Atlantic City Classic, I think they placed. Scooter, talk a little bit about the Van Dyne, about the boat that they rode.
Well, this boat's been around for a long time. The company Van Dyne's located offshore here, and back when I was I was going to the weigh-ins. The boat had to weigh 350 pounds back then. Now it only has to weigh 3 1/4. But if you don't have a good-sized bowman, sometimes we used to put weights in the front of the boat to kind of give that bow, get it down in the water a little bit. So we used to mess with it and see what the guys liked, whether they wanted the bow, the weight a little bit more forward, maybe a 5-pound weight, but it looks like 325. They're probably going pretty light tonight.
Phil, I'm going to go back to your program on Saturday because I was listening to it when you had Chris Graves on, and he talked about that being the factor in the boat. With Gowdy being a little, bigger, a little heavier in the bow, and him being in the stern a little lighter, it makes the boat hit the waves and really take on when they're getting a swell, and it really makes a difference.
And speaking of the swell, guys, look, we're seeing some nice-sized waves coming in here. John, almost like not reminiscent of Avalon a few years ago, but when you get an outer break like that, you could be 3rd or 4th, 5th at the flag, but if you catch a nice wave, you can just propel right through everybody.
During warm-ups, they were starting to break about maybe 10, 12 boat lengths on this side of the singles flags on the way in.
You can feel this excitement building here. It's palpable. We got tons of people on the beach. Of course, we're selling T-shirts, 97.3 ESPN, Locker Room with Billy Schweim shirts. Come on down and get one. A lot of people still coming onto the beach. Dan, what's your observation from
it looks like we're just going to watch for the ready flag on the north side of the course. When that white flag goes up, that race can start at any time after that. But John and Scooter, I want to go back to Wave 1. Think about that in the Margate Memorial. He was in like 13th, 14th place, turned the flag, caught a wave at the flag, and won the race.
Rode it the whole way into the beach.
It was the most amazing finish I've ever seen in a race. Other than the South Jerseys that year in Ocean City, when only a select crew of boats actually made it out and in. That was a pretty amazing
race. There was people
race.
that got dumped and never made it through the race.
Well,
Pete started a company called Wave 1 after that, selling lifeguard equipment and jackets and shirts. It was crazy.
I was on the night Scott's talking about. I was on the southern finish stand. Our stand got destroyed, so all our guys, we spent the entire doubles race pulling in doubles rowers who had been dumped in their boat and were having trouble getting their equipment in.
Hey, guys, this is a culmination of a great summer. A lot of racing. I mean, I know we have the Galleys next week, but this is the granddaddy of them all. Once you get to the Galleys, it's like the summer's over, right, Dan?
It pretty much is, and believe me or not, all these years of
we
lifeguarding.
were watching Eagles last night.
all these years of lifeguarding, I always said as soon as you hit July 4th, the summer was over. It was all downhill after that, and it was pretty much season end. But
the rookies came on, right?
What a great night. Look at this crowd.
This crowd is unbelievable.
The crowd goes all the way down past 33rd Avenue and all the way down past almost 29th Avenue.
It is still building. They're still jockeying a little bit down there, Dan. Sort of reminds me of the Kentucky Derby, trying to get all the horses in the gate.
Hey, John, let me make a quick observation. Look at how all the beach patrols now are at Water's Edge. The racers are by their boat. The oars are positioned perfectly in the fall pins. And they're ready to go, John. They're just chopping at the bit.
We are. We're about 7 minutes overdue from a start time, so I don't know if there was a problem or a glitch.
Can you imagine why that would happen?
I think it was just a matter of making sure that everybody's ready and that all the crews are ready and in their place. And I think John called it. There was still some boats still jockeying around. Ready flag is up.
The ready flag is up. All right, we're
so
ready
this
for
could start anytime. Watch the south side.
Where's the ready flag? Okay, there
ready
it is.
Flag there. Watch the south side for the red start flag.
The racers are getting into the water. They're putting their boats about 2 feet, maybe about a foot deep, ready to go. We're waiting for the flag to drop. That's the ready flag, and then when that drops, the other one goes up?
That's correct. The other one, as soon as you see the red flag go up, it's going to start quick, I can tell you that.
Which way are they turning?
They, I would say they're turning to Ocean City based on the
Turning
wind
to the
conditions.
south.
Yep.
Yeah. The way this
All right.
wind's going.
We got some sets coming in right here. Let's see if they try and start it now or they're going to wait.
Right.
Hey, guys, this could also make you or break you coming through the surf.
Absolutely.
I mean,
Flag
if
is
you
up
could,
and
flag
down.
went.
There they go.
They're down.
there they go.
There we go.
Oh, Avalon just took a shot.
All right, looks like Sea Isle got out first. It looks like to me.
Margate,
Followed.
look at Graves and Gowdy. Atlantic City right next to
Longport's doing all right.
Longport got out. Atlantic City got out
Sea
too.
Isle looks pretty good.
Yeah, Seattle's got a good lead. They're probably the first one out right
Sea
now.
Isle,
And
really,
hey, Ocean City had a great start there. Lane
Danny
13.
Rudge and Pat Scapanicio really off to a great start. Look at that, Scotty McKay.
They're pushing.
Sea
They're
Isle
pushing. They're
City.
guys
I'll tell you what, Ventnor looks good right now. You know, we got a couple good crews out there that got a good start on that. So
You know what? I can't even. I think that's the Upper Township all the way to the south, John. If you could get the binoculars, I mean, the lanes 1 through 15 are pretty spread out there.
they are, and it really looks like from 13, 14, and 15 really spread themselves out far.
They did.
And that's
They
why
are.
that south side of the course is way down. But I'm just to give you guys a heads up, I'm going to check out here in a minute because I'm going to give you guys a heads up on where we stand at the singles flag, at the halfway point, and at the turn.
All right.
All right.
Perfect.
I'm
Thanks,
going to
Danny.
check out.
We'll look
All
forward
right,
to
and
that.
we're going to bring up now 1986 doubles champion. He's a great friend of the show. He's a champion in 1986, Scooter, all those years ago. Let's bring in John Ridgway. What's up, Ridge?
Hey, Billy, thanks for having me back. I love coming on the locker room to, spectate and commentate on these great events. And we got a barn burner tonight. We have a similar ocean to what we had last week at the Memorials, and we got a boat race going on. So I'm really excited to be here.
So, John, talk to us about your recollection of when you were younger, the amount of work that you put into this with your partner, John Millar, who's here. We're going to have him on. Talk about, about your recollection, about your preparation and everything.
Yeah, so we were a light crew for this race series. I was the bowman, which meant I was supposed to be the larger guy. I only weighed 165 pounds, and John Millar was lighter than me. So we only had one training objective. That was to be greyhounds that could endure more pain for a longer period of time at a higher rate than anybody else could. And that's pretty much what we did. We just broke our tails to make sure that in a flat water race, we could hang with anybody. And then John Millar is one of the greatest rowing technicians there is, and he took care of a lot of what we did in terms of water conditions and how we were going to row the race. So that was the game plan, and it was successful while it lasted.
All right, let's bring in John Millar, 1986 South Jersey champion, and it's great to have you guys up here in the truck in the booth with us, calling the action. And John, man, what's it like for you looking at the looking at the start of this race? Does it bring back some good memories?
Yeah, the first thing I think about is every guy here tonight that went off the line. Nobody realizes how much they put into getting here tonight to this point and having a shot at winning the South Jerseys. And even to the last moment, like I remember John and I, the day of the race, we used to go out and eat pancakes, give up the butter, just syrup,
Right.
and we'd have spaghetti for lunch, and be late on the
Carbo
sauce.
load.
Well, listen,
Yeah.
you're just like a professional athlete. Listen, you guys, camaraderie. Let's talk a little bit about camaraderie, John. And John, you guys obviously are good friends. What was it like in preparation, trying to get it right? You guys screaming at each other? Take us through that.
Yeah, so actually we weren't fighting at all. We became best friends during the process. I moved into John's house with his family.
Yes, we shared a bunk bed.
shared a bunk
no,
bed.
And I grew up with 8 kids, so we had a little space.
Wow.
It was our
And
life.
John slept above me because I wanted the bottom bunk.
I think that's enough of that. You guys were close to the
It
boat
was
and
very
close to the bunk
fraternal.
bed.
We'll leave it
I'm
that way.
sure,
It's very
yeah.
fraternal, but it worked, and it was very intense. It was a 6-day-a-week training program. We watched what we ate. In addition to rowing, we did strength training, and we took it very seriously at a time when that was just becoming an emerging approach to this sport.
And John, you guys, let's face it, you're working hard, you're training. You're also working on the beach.
Correct.
You guys are working on the beach, protecting people.
Yeah, and I remember they wanted us to make things convenient. They wanted us to work the same stand so we could train at the same time. Like, I see John enough. Let me row.
I do distinctly recall I got a black ball on that.
Yeah.
John Higgins was not having any of that. But
I need my break,
Well, listen, I just want to say your good buddy Ed Kennedy wants to recognize the 1986 South Jersey Lifeguard Champion crews, the double crew of John Millar and John Ridgway. He says, pound for pound, you guys are the best crew ever came out of Ocean City.
I'll tell you what, Ed Kennedy is a great guy. He was a partner of ours on the Beach Patrol during our heavy training days, and he understood what we were going through. He's a great supporter, still is today. He's a great friend. I love it.
Well, the great thing about it is, like, when you have your workout time between 10 and 11 and 4 and 5, it was good having a partner like Ed because he never worked out, so you got to use all that time.
I never sat the stand with Ed. He always looked like he worked out. He was always jacked, I always thought.
Yeah, I didn't understand how he did it. Like,
Let's talk about some of the crews in the past. I mean, you've got some great crews that have rode over the years, the South Jerseys. I remember Ron Kirk and Tom Stefanik from Ocean City.
Yeah, well, John and I had to. They're what made us work really hard.
Yeah, I mean,
because we had to beat them to, get.
All right, let's look at. We have the halfway. They're into the flag. It looks like Margate is at the flag first. Ventnor, Longport, Cape May, and Atlantic City. So those are the top 5. Let's say Margate, Ventnor, Longport, Cape May, and Atlantic City. That's how they turn
Very
the
similar
flag.
to last Friday.
Yeah. Also, want to recognize. How about the Funks and George Miller from Avalon? Dennis Funk and George Miller. That's a crew that's outstanding.
There are so many sort of crews that defined exactly what it meant to be a champion in this race circuit, and Kirk and Stefanik, so many other crews. Of course, I'm preferential to the Ocean City squad, but I can't remember it, Billy. When I was in Ocean City, I never came to a Jersey's in Longport. I certainly didn't come to 3 in a row. I salute you and your Beach Patrol for developing a heck of a bench, some great athletes, and it's a great place to host a race, and I'm thrilled to be here.
Well, I'll tell you what, guys, it's really a pleasure having you guys come up and spend some time with us. Ridgway and Millar, great crew, 1986. Seems like yesterday, doesn't it?
It does. It does.
Well, not really.
They're still breathing hard, but that's from a different reason.
Billy, thanks. Scotty, all you guys, thank you very much.
Yeah, I just want to thank everybody at the locker room, Billy Schweim, Scotty McKay, and John McShane for their excellent coverage. And if you don't tune in regularly, you should. This is a fabulous product they put out for South Jersey sports, and we're thrilled to be part of it.
All right, thank you guys, John and John. We really appreciate it. Let's get this out. 97.3 ESPN's live coverage of the South Jersey Lifeguard Championships is brought to you by McCann Realtors. Family owned since 1939. Experience the McCann difference. Located at 4111 Landis Avenue in Sea Isle City. It's your one-stop shopping for sales, rentals, investments, mortgage lending, and appraisals. 609-263-7422. And by Ridgway Legal, South Jersey champions in business and real estate law. Ridgway Legal, 4 generations and going strong. Located at 15 Shore Road in Linwood, New Jersey, 609-927-0126. And by Local Gym and Fitness, located at 908 Asbury Avenue in Ocean City, New Jersey. Local Gym and Fitness is a complete gym with all the necessary equipment suited for power lifting in Ocean City, New Jersey. And I think we have a little update from Dan Adams.
Looks like they've turned.
We do. We have the turn. At the turn, we got Longport turning first, followed by Margate, followed by Cape May, followed by Ventnor, followed by Sea Isle.
Oh, so there has been, you know what?
That was halfway to the flag.
Halfway to the flag, my bad. So we've seen some movement, Dan.
We did see some movement, and I wish I would have started a clock on it, but I didn't.
Look at Cape May in 3rd place, and those guys, that's a good crew right there. They've shown themselves very capable.
Hey, they got 2nd last year. They're definitely a proven crew.
That's
they're
John
definitely
Eves and Jake Smith.
I was talking to Jeff Wright before the race, who's their captain down there, and he said their guys are ready. They had a guy that was injured before, and he's now back and healthy, so they're going to be a crew to, be tough with, So we'll see.
Billy, what we'll do is we'll get the next update about halfway in, just before the singles flag. We'll get another update, and then we'll watch it for ourselves from there.
Well, they've turned the flag. They're on their way back in. Usually you said it's about a 14-minute race.
It's got to be it's supposed to be at least 14 to 16 minutes. I think we're going to be pretty close to that. I didn't start a clock, but I could probably find out where we're standing right now.
John McShane, the wind is picking up out of the south, blowing everything north.
Definitely. I think
that'll have become a factor in this race?
I think everybody's going to probably move down maybe 2, maybe 3 lanes, Scott.
At least.
Probably put the finish really maybe just to the left of us. We should have a good view of the finish of them coming in. It's fairly flat here now, but earlier there were some swells coming in.
Well, when you think about it, Wildwood started in lane 1 right in front of us here, and that's like lane 7 out there.
Yes.
Where they start at. So they're gonna drift a big long time down.
Yeah.
So,
I was watching the one boat down here. I'll be anxious to see how Upper Township makes out. They seem to go way south at the start of their race. So I'm not sure if they didn't maybe overcompensate a little bit. The two guys, unfortunately, Brigantine's down there too. Be nice to see them get in the hunt because they've got a good swimmer and they've got a good singles guy.
I want to remind people that the broadcast of the 2019 South Jersey Lifeguard Championships is brought to you by Maynard's Cafe and Starlight Garden, located at 9306 Amherst Avenue in Margate. Family owned since 1966. Home to $2 and $2 Bud Light drafts with live music Wednesday through Sunday during the summer. Official post-race after party after race. We're going to go down there, right, Scooter?
Absolutely.
Go say hi to Steve.
Say Steve.
Yeah, man.
Stephanie. Hey, listen, one thing about these races that most people have never rowed in a lifeguard boat before is when you're coming in and you've got to come in between 2 standards somewhere along the beach here, you could be pulling a lot of lefts or a lot of rights on the way in to keep your boat straight because of the wind, and all of a sudden your forearm starts to look like Popeye.
Absolutely.
And
or at least
it starts to blow out. Yeah.
Bill, I'm going to check out in a second again, but I just want to say also, after the race tonight, right up in the tennis courts, there's a live band playing. You got Longport Fire Department making hamburgers and hot dogs, and there's beverages for everybody. So everybody should come out. It's a great night.
Look at the crowd. If we look south, Scooter, look at the crowd, man. It's
packed down here.
I don't know if it's
Hey,
as
Dan,
big
before you get your update, it looks like Longport, Cape May, and Margate.
I want to remind people that the race is brought to you by Blitz's Market, with 2 locations to serve you in Ocean City, New Jersey, at 21st Street and 34th Street in Asbury Avenue in Ocean City, voted best deli in Ocean City 4 years running. Come in and try our famous breakfast sandwich or a delicious hoagie. That's Blitz's Market, only in Ocean City. And Scooter, we go in there and say hi to Dave and Joan. They take care of us every Saturday
morning. We're in there before we go. So it's always glad to see them. They're always happy to see us. So it's cool.
And of course,
good black coffee.
7th and 11th.
No coffee for me. I don't drink coffee.
7th and 11th Street bike rentals on the boardwalk in Ocean City, 609-425-5169. Thanks for a great summer. That's John Millard. I want to thank all my sponsors, Scooter. Without these guys, this wouldn't be possible. This broadcast would not be possible.
Exactly. And you know what? They're all good people. They're good businesses, and they do a great job for everybody. So,
well, I will say this one thing about my sponsors, guys. I frequent all these places.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm just getting money from people and saying I go to these places because I like them.
Well, they always say like the day after Christmas is like a real downer day. For me, it's the day Blitz's closes.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
All right, we do have a race update.
All right, here we go.
We're getting close to the singles flag. We got Margate about a boat open water over Longport, followed closely by Ventnor and Cape May, and then Sea Isles about 3 boats back off of them.
Wow.
And you can see the boats are really,
Hey,
they're angling in north.
Yeah,
they're really coming north. They're
Hey,
getting pushed around.
From our vantage point and from everybody on the beach, too, all you can see is the bow.
Yeah.
You can see the bow sticking up in the water. And,
Well, you can see Margate's boat. They definitely have a lead, and it
They
looks
got a
like
green.
they might
You
have
can see
just
the green.
capitalized on that because it looks like it's about 2 boats, 3 boats open water now.
Hey, Dan, you and I have talked about this. John McShane, Scotty McKay,
Longport just went over the green flag.
Billy Schweim, and I.
They're on that course.
We've talked about this, Dan. Gowdy and Graves, those guys are veterans. They got so much experience. They know they can pretty much. The conditions vary, but those guys know how to handle it all because they've been around.
All right, well, they're coming into where we're going to start seeing some sets and some play up. But you know what? Chuck Gowdy has 11 South Jersey champions. He may be the greatest rower in South Jersey history at this point in time. I mean, nobody
And
is
that's
close.
not to take anything away from Mike McGrath and Sean Duffy,
but
because they've been doing
but
really
you know
well
what?
over the
He's
last-
got 11 South Jersey championships. Nobody has anything close to that. It looks like to me right now, John, you can correct me, but it looks like Margate's got a couple boats open water, Longport next, and then it looks like who?
Either Ventnor or Cape May. I'm not sure, Scott. What do you got?
This is really getting excited. We're on the beach here in Longport, New Jersey. We're waiting for the finish of the doubles, and look, these crews
like
are pulling
Margate,
hard.
Longport, Ventnor, but Ventnor's really coming on for Longport.
I think Margate's way out.
And what a young crew in Ventnor. Way to go for Ventnor. They're really coming along. They really come along strong. And you know what? I'll bet you the veteran Dave Funk is giving them a lot of guidance on what to do and preparing them. And real quick, before we get to the finish, I know Chuck Gowdy's training our people.
They're about 100 yards off the shore. They're pulling hard. It looks like
Margate's got about 34 boats open water right now.
Yeah,
Margate's got a little
Although
swell.
Longport's got a little swell coming behind them right now.
Anything can happen now. You can hear the excitement here.
Cape May's got a little swell on them.
Look at Margate. They are pulling hard together in unison.
They got a
good.
swell, John. What do you got, John?
There we go.
Margate's on.
Get on that. Don't stop. Get on that.
They're on it.
Approaching.
Get on that.
Longport's got a wave, maybe.
Get on that. Keep
Longport's
pulling.
got this, maybe. They fell off.
They fell off. Look at Ventnor.
Everybody fell off.
Yeah.
Here comes
Ventnor's got a swell here.
But they're not going to beat Margate.
Nah, Margate's
Margate's
got this.
in.
Wow, they're about 5 boats ahead.
There they go.
It's going to come down to a
Nice
pull
ship.
here on the end.
Yeah.
Let's see what this does, though.
Ooh, look at Ventnor and Longport.
Ventnor's pulling.
Neck and neck.
I don't know. I
Longport's
think it's
got
going to
it.
be
Longport's
Longport.
got him.
Longport's going to get it.
Longport has second.
Ventnor third.
Ventnor third. Looks like Cape May. Although we got a boat here getting a wave. What do we got? Number 10, lane 10. Who we
Sea
got?
City. Cape May gets
Cape May.
4.
Cape May's in.
And looks like Sea City's going to, they're going to fall off the wave. Who's this right here?
Ocean City right there, 13.
Sea Isle and Ocean City. Sea Isle, Ocean City. Avalon finished after
Boom.
them. There we go. We got our
Grab
first
that.
collision.
Crash.
But, you know, what does that say about Graves and Gowdy? To win that race, I would say it was probably 10 seconds.
What
the
a
victory.
race. Outstanding.
You know, that's number 12.
You know, you look at those guys.
Amazing.
Amazing. We'll interview them. We'll have them up here in the stand. You look at those guys. They're not really like big dudes, but they're in shape, obviously.
You know, it's funny, but
and
I
of course,
actually
Chris Graves is chiseled out of stone.
Chris Graves has 0 ounce of fat on him. But I actually, Chuck Gowdy had called me last night about something else, and we had a conversation last night. And you know what? He's just focused and ready for this race. He's all about lifeguarding. But, you know, I started to say it, and I didn't get a chance to finish because we were so intent into the race. He has taken these young guys in Margate under his wing to train them everything he knows about boat racing and get them ready. And he's been working a lot with Chris Spires in the singles. And look what that kid's done. In the past couple weeks, he's third place, and he's in the hunt tonight for the singles.
It's really important that you, obviously with Joey Tepper dominating the swim, it's really important that, you know, you got to place high in the singles. Margate's going to have to place high in the singles.
Margate will have to place high in the singles. And, you know, we can't count, you know, he's had a little rough start, but he did the same thing last year in Joey Rogers.
Joe Rogers, right. He got second last year.
He did the same exact thing last year where he got 7th, 8th in some of the previous races and then came out and got second in the South Jerseys. And it came down to the singles race last year, and Mike McGrath pulled out a win that took Longport to victory.
I think we might be heading in that same direction, gentlemen.
You know, it's going to be hard for anybody to beat Joey Tepper, but hey, anything can happen.
Anything can happen, right.
He could have a bad course. Anything can happen. I'm not saying he's, you know, going to. And Joey and I have a little pre-race ritual that before every race, I can't say it on the air what I tell him, but he gets a little something from the prior chief, that's for sure.
There you go. Good
Come
for
on
that.
up to the ESPN tent. We're selling T-shirts, $10 a T-shirt for ESPN. T-shirt up here, locker room T-shirt. What do you got? About 5 minutes between the start of the.
I don't even know what that long.
I
They're
think
lined
they're
up
getting ready right now.
They're lined up,
We're
so
gonna
we can get
We're gonna have
started.
to take a
all the singles boats or all the doubles boats are in.
Yeah.
Raceway is cleared, so I think they're going to start any minute, any second.
Don't worry about the top of the hour.
All right, so we're here live on the beach in Longport, New Jersey, for the 2019 South Jersey Lifeguard Championships, and the doubles just finished. Gowdy and Graves got a win. They won by about 5 boat lengths, and then we had Longport in second, and I believe what was it, Ventnor in third. So
Cape May, and then who do we say was fifth?
I think it was
Sea Isle?
Sea Isle City. Sea Isle City.
We had Sea Isle fifth.
Now we're getting ready for the swim, and the swim is going to be going off. the swimmers are right. Oh, they're all right here, ready to go, right in front of us.
Right in front of us.
And Joey Tepper has the pink EHT hat on, cap on, and
he's going to the north side too.
Who's wearing green? Can you tell? Ventnor's in blue.
And we just got the word that race was around 16 minutes.
Wow, perfect.
So right on the mark.
Perfect race. That's nice.
Good job.
And there goes the swim.
Off.
Look at Tepper running south.
Watch, Tepper is going to be the 14th, 15th person in the water,
Look,
but watch him.
Oh, look, he's not even...
Watch, he knows what he's doing. He's got a game plan.
Did you flatten the sand out over there for him?
Nah, he knows. Watch. Now, you guys watch. He's got the pink cap on.
Yeah.
You watch him when he gets past the surf.
Dolphin through the surf.
About 20 yards past the surf, when we get past there, you watch that pink cap. I'll bet you it'll be either in the front or in second place. Look, he's already moved. Look where he's at already. That quick, he's already jumped ahead of 5, 6, 7 people. You watch me. You know, we do have the one person here to the north side swimming on a little angle. But you watch Joey Tepper, and you watch where he is when he gets out past his surf.
Now, swimmers that have placed in other races, Jack Fenton from Atlantic City, Brandon Finnegan from Brigantine had a nice showing this year, Joe Rogers from Margate, Frank Brady from Ocean City has placed in a few races.
Hey, you got Luke Snyder won the Cape May County Championships.
And, of course, John Burkett from Wildwood Crest have all shown up during these races this year.
You know, when I was looking at some of the stats, I was kind of surprised. John Burkett finished third in the Cape May County Championships this year. And, you know, look at the Longport Memorial. Joe Rogers. Oh, that was last year. I'm sorry, that's last year's South Jersey champions. But here we are, Longport Memorials. You had Joey Tepper, Joe Rogers, Jack Fenton, top 3. You had
and you know, it's obviously it's the same usual suspects, but it's like almost a race for second, Scooter.
That's what it is. You know, everybody's, you know, they're going out there and they're saying, listen, if I can stay with him, you know, you never know what happens. I'm surprised.
I'll tell you, the swimmers are on the way out. Let's take a top of the hour station break. You're listening to the South Jersey Lifeguard Championships. Let's break for station identification on 97.3 ESPN. All right, we're back here live on 97.3 ESPN, live coverage of the 2019 South Jersey Lifeguard Championships, live from the beach in Longport, New Jersey. Billy Schweim, Scotty McKay, John McShane, and Dan Adams and I calling all the action for you on a beautiful summer evening, the 9th of August. The crowd is a big, huge crowd here tonight. And the swimmers are in the water. We're about, what, Dan, about 7 minutes in, 6 minutes in?
We're about 7 minutes in. We're going to be close to turning soon, but it looks like there's still a little distance to go.
I want to let people know that the South Jersey Lifeguard Championships are brought to you by Dino's Subs and Pizza, serving Margate and beyond since 1965. Eat in, take out, or delivery. And yes, we deliver to the beach. 8016 Ventnor Avenue, Margate, New Jersey, 609-822-6602. And I had a cheesesteak there the other day. It was to die for. And Tim's a great guy.
They've been around forever, man. I remember when I worked at Gables back in the early 80s, I used to go to Dino's to get sandwiches.
Yeah, they have. And Tim just took over last year. And what a quality product he puts out there. Yeah. Really great sandwich, really good team. And they really do a good job. And let me tell you, it's shown. When he took over, that business has taken off.
You know, I know it's good. You should have seen it. Was in there on a Wednesday, Scooter. I was in there on a Wednesday. The place was mobbed.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
summertime,
that's
man.
Why
Everybody
people
wants
to
eat there.
Also, the 97.3 ESPN's live coverage is brought to you by McCann Realtors, family owned since 1939. Experience the McCann difference. Located at 4111 Landis Avenue in Sea Isle City, it's your one-stop shopping for sales, rentals, investments, mortgage lending, and appraisals. 609-236-7422. And by Ridgeway Legal, South Jersey champions in business and real estate law. Ridgeway Legal, 4 generations and going strong. Located at 15 Shore Road in Linwood, New Jersey, 609-927-1026. And by Local Gym and Fitness, located at 908 Asbury Avenue in Ocean City, New Jersey. Local Gym and Fitness is a complete gym with all the necessary equipment suited for powerlifting, CrossFit, traditional weight training, boxing, and cardio. That's Local Gym and Fitness in Ocean City, New Jersey. And by Maynard's Cafe and Starlight Garden, located at 9306 Amherst Avenue in Margate, family owned since 1966. It's home to the $2 Bud and Bud Light drafts, with live music Wednesday through Sunday during the summer months. Hey, Scooter, it's the official post-race after party. We'll be down there. So go say hi to Steve.
Say hi to Steve and Stephanie down in Maynard.
Steve's a great guy.
Tremendous. For generations they've been there. His father Al and Steve and Stephanie, it's great.
You know what? If you don't go to Maynard's at least once or twice in the summer, you're missing out on
something's
summer.
wrong with you.
Something's wrong with you. Right.
I'll tell you what, there's a lot of talent here at the beach tonight. There really is. Even there's just some rowers and swimmers too. So.
I tell you what, there are a lot of beautiful people here on the beach. No, it's summertime. What do you expect, Dan Adams? It's summertime.
You know what? What a great night. And here we go. We got Chris Graves coming up and Chuck Gowdy. Chris, great race, awesome job. How do you feel about winning that South Jersey Championship? How do you feel about winning that South Jersey Championship, Chris?
It doesn't get old, I'll tell you that.
Chris, now wait, before you get into this, a couple of weeks ago, you were singing, getting ready to sing a swan song, and now the Margates and now the Jerseys, you dominate.
We were retired.
You won by 5 boat lengths. You're not.
We were. I told John.
Giving it up.
I told you and John Ridgway it might be like Brett Favre. I was retired that day. I might not be the next day.
You got your boys up here with you. How proud are you guys of your dad?
This is Christopher and Carter. Christopher's 8,
right.
Carter's 6.
And Avery's right here.
And there's my daughter Avery.
Future guards.
That's right. She's got 6
Chris,
years till she gets on.
Chris, what year is it?
She can get on in 2025.
All right.
He's 27.
We're still going to be up here, right, Billy?
We should be.
Yeah.
Chris, talk to us about. We talked to Ridgway and Millar, who were champions in '86.
86, they were undefeated.
We're talking about the workout that they do, the time they put into it, and the camaraderie.
The camaraderie is the biggest thing. You got to be friends with the guy you're rowing with, because you're out there for 15, 16, 17 minutes going at it every time. You got to trust the guy you're with. You got to be friends with the guy you're with. And Chuck and I mean, we rowed against each other in high school. We played football against each other in high school. We've known each other a long, long time.
You got to hope they're using deodorant too while you're out there, because it can get pretty sweaty out in the boat there. So you're hoping your partners.
The wind was all right. Blew them away
right.
today. Yeah.
This is the 2019 South Jersey champions. 80 years. What's it mean to you to win the 80th? I mean, it started in 1924.
Tell you what, all I ever wanted to do was win one. I can't believe I got 3. And it's the 50th anniversary of my dad winning the jerseys.
I got to interject real quick, and Chris
Yeah.
is going to like to hear this, but in the swim, the turn, we got the top 5. We got Longport, followed by Wildwood Crest, John Burkett. We got Joey Tepper, Burkett, followed by Joey Rogers.
Oh, that's huge.
Followed by Jack Fenton, and who is Brigantine swimmer? He was the Brendan Flanagan, 5th.
Finnegan.
Brendan Finnegan.
Joey Rogers is a sprinter, but he's as tough as they come, and if there's anybody that can hang on with these guys, it's him. We got a lot of faith in Joey, and he's just an animal. He's a competitor.
Hey, look at him last year. What happened last year? He finished 6th or 7th in the Margates,
Out of the
and then
blue.
he came back and got 2nd in the South
Out
Jersey.
of the blue. He's been really working at this week. He was hurting after the Margates. He was down on himself. And we just told him, don't worry about the outcome. Just think about the process. Just put your strokes in.
Hey, Chris, we were looking at the conditions here. Not really too much to speak of as far as wind. I mean, it's a little breezy, but things are blowing north or out of the south. But you got some nice swells coming in. And you guys looked like you were on a nice swell, and then you kind of fell off it a little bit, approached a little bit.
I thought we were on it, and I hopped back because I knew we had the lead. I wanted to steer it straight, but then we fell off. So Chuck kept hitting it, and then, I hopped back in, and we can cross the line without getting spun sideways.
You both not that easy.
No.
You guys were spent when you got out of the boat, it looked like.
Oh, we were shot. I turned around and told Chuck, now I'm retired.
I'll tell you what, if you look at this swim right now, we got Joey Tepper way over here on the far left, and everybody else right in the middle of the course. Joey's way off to the north side, but he looks like he's got about a 50 to 75-yard lead at least.
Joey Tepper, I told him this a couple weeks ago. He's only going to be a senior in high school, but he's the best lifeguard athlete, rower, swimmer, paddler there's ever been. He's the most dominant ever.
That's saying a lot.
Tom Swift was a great swimmer. John Kane was a great swimmer. They were never this dominant.
Hey, we got Chuck Gowdy just came up in the booth.
All right, Chris, listen, man, let's get your partner. I know he's going to be rowing singles.
Yeah. No, we got Chris Spires. We got the young blood coming.
My bad. All right, let's get Chuck Gowdy up here. Chuck, grab the mic. Congratulations, Chuck Gowdy, on a nice win on the doubles here at the South Jersey Lifeguard Championships. You guys are phenomenal, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Billy. Thanks, man. Thanks a lot.
Chuck, is that number 12?
That's 12.
12, buddy.
12,
hey,
man.
you deserve it. Everything you do every day, And what I'm hearing about you and what you're doing with these younger guards is unbelievable.
No,
you're getting it ready. You're getting the future ready, and that's what matters. And you're really the exception. I talked about it up here. You could get down in history as one of the greatest rowers of all time. And you know what?
That's saying a lot.
Yeah. Well deserved, Chuck. Well deserved.
I really appreciate that, Chief. And thanks, guys. And really, you hit it on the head. What really matters is bringing up the youth, bringing up the next generation.
Always
You
said.
know, every beach has got some guys out there that are hungry or they want to do it. You know, there's guys with a lot of potential that just need a little guidance. And we're lucky enough here in Margate where we got some good guys and they're ready to step up, you know. And really, for me, it's just giving them little pointers here and there and just letting them do their thing.
Hey, Chuck, who made the decision of you not row singles tonight?
It was never a question. If he wanted to do it, it's his. You know, he's the future of the Beach Patrol. You know, it's up for me.
Chuck, we got to interject here. We got
here
Joey
he comes.
Tepper just caught
Good
a
talking
wave.
to you guys.
But hey, listen, wait,
Thanks,
real quick, just so you know, Joey Rogers turned third around the flag.
Third. All right, nice. Go Margate.
There's Chuck Gowdy.
Here comes Joey
Look at
Tepper, and this is about 100 yards. What do you say, Scooter? 100 yards?
He's in.
It
These
is
guys
unbelievable.
Are still, it's amazing what this kid does.
Look at this. Scooter.
15, right around 14:59 was the time, unofficial.
You know what's funny? Back in my day, a kid that was a stud was Sid Cassidy. But Sid was a big, heavy guy.
Right.
In salt water, you're more buoyant than you are in regular
But
water.
who was the other guy? There was one other swimmer that we
One
talked
whole-
about, and who
Fallon,
was that?
Billy
Yeah,
Fallon. There
Fallon.
was.
Well, you had that Philadelphia Swim Club come in.
Rob
and swim
Montgomery.
and,
Yeah, right,
swim in
Germantown
Atlantic City,
Academy.
You know, we had those
Well,
certain swimmers.
Absolutely. So, yeah, there's still. I mean, there's not the second
All right,
guy.
let's
Is
see
still,
who
here
the
we
fight
go.
is for second place. I don't know who the cap is, but we'll know
The
here
yellow
in a
cap's
second.
been there from day one. He's been behind Tepper the whole way.
He took it out with Joe. He hung tough with him almost to the flag.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
About it though. Second gear for Joey coming in.
That's incredible, man. That is
Still
really.
can't tell who this is here, but
Could be.
won a great race and came right back in where he's supposed to.
That looks like Burkett from Wildwood.
Yeah.
Burkett, Wildwood Crest.
Burkett from Wildwood.
Definitely Burkett from Wildwood Crest.
Damn, what was he, about a minute behind him?
I don't have an official. I'll get you that official time in a minute. It was approximately 1 minute.
And there comes who's
Brigantine, Finnegan.
Finnegan.
Right, third place.
Wow.
So let's see who gets fourth here, because this is big in points. So what do we say? We got Longport, followed by who?
Wildwood Crest.
Wildwood Crest, John Burkett.
Okay, let's get the scoring going here.
And here comes some other
We've
swimmers.
got some guys coming from all different directions here.
Wow, look at this.
Got a Wildwood swimmer.
I can't see his
That's
arm.
Brandon Lewis just came in. There's Jack Fenton from Atlantic City.
Wildwood.
place.
So Wildwood was fourth.
Fourth. Wildwood 4.
Who was third?
Brigantine.
Brigantine.
Okay.
And that was Brigantine's swimmer was
So Jack Fenton was fifth or
Brandon
Sixth, I
Finnegan.
think. And North Wildwood came in.
I thought we saw Jack Fenton come in fifth or fourth. Fifth.
Oh, it was fifth or sixth.
Wildwood. All right, we'll get an official tally here in 1 second.
As we wait for the remainder of the swimmers to come in, want to remind people that the South Jersey Lifeguard Championships are brought to you by Blitz's Market, with 2 locations to serve you in Ocean City, New Jersey, at 21st Street and 34th Street on Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Voted Best Deli in Ocean City 4 years running. Come in and try one of their famous breakfast sandwiches, delicious hoagies. That's Blitz's Market in Ocean City. Of course, Scooter and I go there all the time. I want to say hello to Dave and Joan. There's another place that's always crowded, Scooter. And the reason why it's crowded is because it's good. All right, I believe one of the last racers is coming out, John. About a 13, 14-minute swim.
It's right where it should be. And pretty calm water. And, there was some swells. A couple of the swimmers got some help on the way in. But that's a fair test. A 14 to 16-minute swim is the prescribed distance, as Dan was saying earlier.
To this. I mean, like Joey Tepper was like the last one through the surf.
Yeah, he's got a plan when he goes out and does this. He's not he's not going and doing something weird. He started far north,
He
ran all the way down south,
ran
and didn't
south.
care if anybody was in front of him because he knew once they hit the water they'd slow down. He was past them, probably halfway to the flag, easy. And he rode it in, man.
Of course, now we have the last race of the night will be the singles, and there's some good good competition that we've had for a certain amount of time as we have a little accident on the stage.
Yeah, sorry about that, Billy. I'm
Clean up in aisle 5.
Throw the clipboard down there. It'll be good.
Clean up in aisle 5, please.
All right, but we did have a little change in what we thought in the swim. We had Brigantine in 3rd, Wildwood in 4th, and Margate in 5th.
Margate in 5th.
Wow.
Okay.
So that will change the scoring.
Yes, it will.
That gives Margate, that gives them a shot.
Oh, wait, while we
No
wait,
doubt about it.
while we wait for the singles, guys, a subject, a topic that has been discussed. Now, you guys are traditionalists, John McShane, Dan Adams. I really haven't talked to you about it. I think you might be a little progressive on this issue, but Dan and John, a lot of these beach patrols, they don't use the boats anymore. They use the paddleboard. When are we going to see the paddleboard in this competition, or are we going to see it?
Can I interject first, fellas?
Absolutely, Dan.
You know, I'm all about tradition. I love the tradition of the South Jersey history. Yes, it started as a doubles race. Yes, we added the swim and then the singles. They tried the run a couple years. You know what? They have that South Jersey Championship paddleboard race. There's 5 events they get to do. If they come to the South Jerseys, there's 1. And you know what? I think it's all about tradition and history in the South Jerseys.
But as we evolve as a beach patrol, and a lot of these beach patrols, Scotty McKay, aren't using the Van Dynes. They got the paddleboard. And you know what? I was at the Dutch Hoffmans, and I forget which other race that had one of the most fantastic finishes I've ever seen when Brian Tice from Ocean City was in a dogfight. Like,
that was any of the 5 crews could, or any of the 5 paddlers could have won that race.
You agree with me? Wasn't that really exciting?
It was, but I like tradition and I like history. And we, you know, I had one of the best paddlers in South Jersey years ago in Frank Walsh, one of the best surfers in the area, turned pro as a surfer. And we didn't add the paddleboard to the Longport Memorials because it was a traditional race, and we kept it that way, and that's what it was.
I think overall, I'm sorry, Scott. Go ahead. All right. I think there's a lot of paddleboards on some beaches. Other beaches still emphasize the Van Dynes. There are so many races over the course of the summer with and without paddleboards. I think right now we have a really good mix. I'm with Dan.
So you're not a proponent of changing? How about you?
No, I think we leave it as, look, the last 2 events of the year, the Margate Memorials and the South Jerseys, have been that way since I got on in the early 70s. And I think it's working.
And the only reason I bring it up, you guys, is because we're using it in the daily activity of the beach patrol, not because it's just something we want to throw in there. And John, we use it on the beach, guys.
We do, and Longport has it on every beach. That was one of the things we instilled in our guards. But the boat's there, and it's always been a part, and it's always going to be a part. But let me tell you, think about it. The Wildwoods, the big 3. What did the Wildwoods originally have? 4 events. It was the doubles, the swim, the run, and the singles. Right. And that was it. And then they changed and added. So part of the big 3, you know, Margate tried the run for 2 years, you remember, and they took it right out.
Listen, Dan, I'm not advocating the run. What I'm advocating is look, the singles, the boat, the singles, the swim, and the doubles are all things that lifeguards need to save people.
Right.
And the paddleboard in the year 2019 is an intricate part of the race.
Hey, I'd be interested to find out how many people are making saves with paddleboards versus boats.
I
don't think boats are being used at all.
Let me tell you this, and something we changed our test several years back when I was still the chief in Longport. We added a paddleboard to our testing events, but I'm a stronghold. I'm a traditionalist. I love the tradition.
I'm not going to change your mind, Dan.
You're not going to change my mind. No matter what you do, I think having that paddleboard event and having 5 events for different paddlers in the relays is a great night and a great way to show those people how they're doing and what's going on.
I'll tell you what I'd like to
down to one paddler. What do you got? You got one paddler. When you throw a team with 6, 7, 8 paddlers in there, that's something that's amazing to me.
I would like to see in the races for the Margates and the South Jerseys, not somebody row doubles and singles. Just not one guy row, not double up. Like so you get another guy involved, and he might not be your strongest guy.
So you want to outlaw
I want
that.
2 doubles guys, a different swimmer, and a different singles guy.
But let me tell you, there's not as many doubling up as there used to be.
Right. I think tonight we're looking at 2.
Mike McGrath and Vince Grenice.
That's absolutely right. A couple years back, there were 5, 6, 7 guys.
6, 7 crews,
absolutely.
But I think they realized.
Koborowski used to double up. Gowdy said he won't do it anymore.
No.
Right. Dave Funk used to double up. He's not doing it anymore.
They're getting older, too.
Not to say, but let me interject real quick. Mike McGrath lost the city championship to Tim Schwegman, but won it in the row-off.
Right.
So it could have gone either way
Either
there
way,
as well.
right. Yeah.
So anything can happen, and you know what? It's all about putting the best field out there, the best competitors. I don't see the South Jerseys changing the rule that you can't double up, because it's never been a rule or never been anything.
Right.
But
I think if you win the event in your town and it's your prerogative to row, if you want to row them, you row them.
All right, we're getting ready for the singles, the final event of the evening here in Longport, New Jersey. This is 97.3 ESPN's live coverage of the 2019 South Jersey Lifeguard Championships, and all the single boats are at the water's edge. We're getting ready to go, look, this is the last race, and a lot's
This is
riding on it.
This is a sprint, baby.
Quick rundown on here. Longport has 9 points. Margate is next behind with 6 points. Basically, Margate has got to score 3 with McGrath not scoring. That gives them a tie.
And that's a tough. That's tough.
Margate wins in a tiebreaker. If the Margate guy can get a first or second, they go right by him. But McGrath can't score any more than higher than 4th place. That would put, I know it's kind of tough, that would put Margate in a position where they have to win the race.
They'd have to win the
just
race.
to tie it.
Just to tie it.
Right.
But on the
but
tiebreaker,
Margate wins.
Margate
All right, come on
right,
down to
they
the,
would be the winner.
come on down to the ESPN tent. We're selling ESPN locker room shirts, T-shirts, $10. Come on down, support the show. We got a huge crowd on hand. We're waiting for the singles to take off. All the boats are poised and ready to go, Scotty McKay, and
This is the race, man. This is the race
this
I'd
is
love
the
to see.
And you like to see it exciting
Because it's
like
quick.
this.
I want to go back to those shirts. What a great shirt, too. And the back of the shirt, it's really something, and it really shows out. And I think people need to jump on this and get a
Well,
shirt.
we'll have to make an announcement on the other when we go to break. We can make an announcement. Dan, you did a good job with that.
Hey, Dan, just looking at the lineup here, unless they're going to move things around, they don't have seen them move as far to the south for the singles as for the doubles.
You know, it's probably you know that, John, and
It's
how
laying up,
it is.
yeah.
When you get out further, sometimes the draw is different on the outside than the inside.
Right.
And it may be on the inside, it's not drawing as hard as
No,
the north
and you
as
know
it was.
the tide has something to do with it as well. So.
It's just like your golf swing, you know. You only miss it by an inch at the tee, and it's 70 yards down the course. You know?
I don't want to say it, but I'm only a 9 to 12 hole golfer. I'm not an 18 hole golfer. I wish the courses were 12 holes.
Well, the Ocean City's got a 12-hole course.
Yeah, that's
Dan,
perfect.
by the way, I think I'm ready for your libation.
I can accommodate you, Bill,
All
for
right.
sure.
Don't spill any more of your water on the table here.
They're going to have to wash the table cover. Sorry
Yeah,
about
right.
that, ESPN.
That's all right.
Hey, listen, we're really excited about this race because it's close, and other races, John, haven't been so close.
We're 5 boats down. There are 5 boats to the north of us now that weren't there
Right,
when
exactly.
we started
Yeah.
the doubles race.
Margate's right in front of us.
Yeah. So it's.
I don't know if they're going to move them down when they float them, Scott, or they're positioned where they want to be.
Well, I think they feel pretty comfortable where they're at, and they're obviously going to push the boat to the south to cover for this win.
A good.
Be pulling lots of rights on the way
during
out.
the doubles, I was watching the folks with the steering banners, and not too many crews were that far off their flag. You didn't see guys waving frantically to get the bow one way or the other. Everybody seemed to be pretty much on course for the doubles.
If I can interject real quick for a point total, right now going into the singles race, Walport has 9 points, followed by Margate with 6, followed by Wildwood Crest with 4, and then we have a tie with 3 points, but the tie is going to break right now. It goes to Ventnor because the doubles finish. It's Ventnor and Brigantine.
It's kind of nice having 9 points going into the third race.
And it looks
isn't
like
Dan?
we're
It is.
Good feeling.
Like John said, 4th place or better, Margate has to win it to win the race.
Right, you got it.
But I'll tell you what, don't count out Chris Byers. He's come a long way. He's been rowing strong. He finished 3rd twice, 2 weeks in a row. So this kid's got it. He's got what it takes, and
He
he's
does.
got a chance.
And he looks pumped, you guys. He's right in front of us. I think the Margate folks realize that they have a legitimate shot at this.
But I got to tell you, at the pre-race meeting last night, we talked about a potential false start and what to do if that happens. And that was set up because of that race in Atlantic City. a lot of 6 crews started when 14, 15 crews were still sitting on the beach.
Yeah.
All right, looks
So,
like
looks like they're going out.
Getting in the water.
Well,
crews are going
where's Longport at? You got to see Longport's on the water. Red flag is getting ready to go up. White flag is up. So we're getting ready for the start of the singles.
Got a nice set coming in right now.
These guys are getting a big lead out here too.
Yeah, how far are they allowed to go out, Scooter?
They can go out as far as they want.
Is that right?
The taller the guy, the further you can go.
Okay.
You just can't. After you turn the flag, you can't leave the boat. That's the rule. The only rule, right, Scooter?
Yep. You can't. And guys have fallen out. Trust me.
Eric Wolf from Avalon. He usually does pretty well in this.
Eric's going to be tough. Finsker needs to be tough. Oh, there we go. There's the flag. They're off. There we go. Let's see what we got. Spire's got a good start. Looks like Longport's in the boat rowing already.
Avalon is out there.
Komorowski looks like he got off pretty well.
Avalon is out.
Brigantine's out. Look at DeFelice on the end. DeFelice is rowing hard.
Somebody just got hammered.
Look at that.
Hey, look, Ron DeFelice won the Margate.
I'll tell you what, right now you got Margate, you got Longport, you got Avalon, you got Brigantine. Brigantine looks like they're out.
Brigantine's way up. But Chris Spires, he looks like he's doing well.
Chris Spires is a tough kid. He's going to row well tonight.
Yeah, you like to see that too, John McShane. New blood in the race.
New blood, absolutely.
Look at Eric Wolf though. He's just moved. He was, he was a little back
boat
on
length
Mike
in front of
McGrath,
everybody.
but he just took off though. And but I'll tell you what, DeFelice. Some people may have thought it might have been a fluke last week, but this is showing me that it's not a fluke.
So this
He's
is
right
what
there.
about? You said this is about a 4 or 5 minute row.
It's 4 to 6 minutes. I'm going to guess if I'm a betting man right now, I'm going to go with about 5 minutes.
I'm saying 4:30.
I'm going to go closer to 5 minutes.
All right, tide's going
and
out.
We're right smack in the middle of this race. Before the doubles race, we were like right to the north of everybody. Looks like everybody came down a little bit, like you said, Scooter.
Yeah, they've all out. Shorter the race, the further you don't have to go. You know what I mean?
Right.
So you've got to make sure you're not going to drift as far as a doubles crew that's got to go, so much far out. But these guys are going to go and they're going to pull it. This is a sprint.
We got a Margate contingent down in front of us, doing a great job.
Billy, I'm going to hop off here and try
right
and get a heads up here on what's going on.
Okay, you can feel the enthusiasm here, Scooter.
Yeah.
This is great.
We got the
great
parents,
stuff.
the sisters, and the girlfriends are all here rooting their people on. It's great.
This is great stuff. We're down here on right at 31st Street in Longport. Of course, the Longport Beach Patrol is sponsoring the after party at the tent. And here we're going to get some information halfway through. It looks like Brigantine's really out there, Scooter. John McShane, you have the
I think Avalon's still out, maybe.
Avalon's out, Brigantine's out. Margate appears to be up there with him, and because he's in front of us, he seems to be rowing a very, very good course.
That Eric Wolf is a stalwart, man. He's consistently in the mix every single race. It's a matter of him getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. He's always in it.
Look, he made a smart move. He's a little bit of a bigger guy. He was out further than anybody at the start.
Yeah.
I got an update here.
All right, here we go.
We got first place right now heading toward the turn. We got Margate, followed by Brigantine, followed by Avalon, followed by Longport.
Wow. Margate.
I'll get you an update at the flag.
Margate wins this race, John. They win it, right?
Well, Longport can come in and bring in a third and win it.
Okay.
Put him out of place.
He's got to score 5 more points than him. 4 more points.
That's going to be a tough road to hoe, Scooter.
Yeah. Well,
he's around though. They're around.
Mike McGrath, he's
got all the incentive, man, to do this.
He's a seasoned veteran, dude.
I mean, down 3 points. Like I said, Longport could put him in a bad situation.
All right,
just finished in third. It's over.
They've turned the flag. They're heading back in.
All right, at the turn, we got Brigantine, followed by Longport, followed by Margate. DeFelice, 2 weeks in a row.
Wow.
So it's going to come down to the finish. What do you think, Scooter? It's going to be a wave. It's going to be the finish.
If Longport's second right now, they're in good shape. They finished third. It's over.
Well, yeah.
They finished third. It's over.
Who's in second right now, Margate?
No, Longport's in second. Brigantine, Longport,
they can
followed
lock them
by
out.
Margate.
Longport gets a second.
Halfway there, you didn't even name them in the top 4. So they made a big move.
No, Longport was 5th.
Oh, they were 5th. Okay, well.
5th, yep.
Just goes to show you the experience of Mike McGrath.
Let me tell you, Mike McGrath, and we said this before, and we'll talk time and time again. Look at this cloud behind us. Mike McGrath is up there looking down on us right now, and he's all about it for us.
I had the pleasure of working with Mike. He was a great guy. He showed me everything. under his tutelage back in the day, Longport Beach Patrol, he represented real well.
Well, absolutely. He rode for Longport for 30 years. And still up until 2004, he passed away in 2005, he rode doubles for Longport Beach Patrol in 2004.
You know what's really great that his son has carried on
Yeah, and you know this, but you know he's my uncle on top of it all. So you did not know that. Mike McGrath is my mom's brother.
How about that?
So yeah,
we got
great
a
family
real race
history.
here, guys. Looks like Brigantine, Ronnie DeFelice looks like he's out in front.
Not a fluke there, Ronnie. I'll tell you.
But Margate's right with him. Look at this Chris Spires. He's really showing up. Margate looks like they're in contention here.
Pretty good, man.
What do you have? Brigantine in third?
We got Margate in first right now, Longport in second, followed by Brigantine.
I got to believe this is Mike McGrath right in front of us, Scooter.
Yeah, number 9. Yep.
He's in the number 9 boat, and I got him ahead right now.
Well, we got Margate's got waves.
He's got a wave. Oh, here goes Chris Spires on a wave. He just got off it. Just got off it. And the crowd is going nuts here.
You got Avalon moving up. Avalon's got a wave coming too.
Looks like
it's going to be crazy. This finish is going to be unbelievable.
What a finish.
Unbelievable.
Look at Eric Wolf.
Look at Chris Spires. Chris Spires. Look at Chris Spires.
Oh, Avalon broaches.
Margate's riding it.
McGrath.
Oh, he's cut off.
He's
cut off. Margate wins.
Margate.
2.
Ocean City
3.
second.
Longport third.
Oh, that closes
Longport
it out.
third.
That closes it out.
Yeah, that'll be.
Chris Spires is a South Jersey champion.
Look at this. They're lifting the Margate boat up. They've got him in the air.
That's unofficial. Unofficial.
It's
his first win. But unofficial. Margate, Ocean City, Longport. Unofficial finish.
Wow.
You're listening to 97.3's live coverage of the 2019 South Jersey Lifeguard Championships that are brought to you by McCann Realtors, located at 4111 Landis Avenue in Sea Isle. It's your one-stop shopping for sales, rentals, investments, mortgage lending, and appraisals. 609-263-7422. And by Ridgeway Legal, South Jersey champions in business law and real estate. Ridgeway Legal, 4 generations and going strong, located at 15 Shore Road in Linwood, New Jersey, 609-927-0126. And by Local Gym and Fitness, a complete gym with all the necessary equipment suited for powerlifting, CrossFit, traditional weight training, boxing, and cardio. That's Local Gym and Fitness in Ocean City. And by Maynard's Cafe and Starlight Garden, located at 9306 Amherst Avenue, family owned and operated since 1966. Home of the $2 and $2 Bud Light drafts. Live music Wednesday through Sunday during the summer months. It's the official post-race after party at Maynard's tonight. All right, when we return, we're going to get some race results, and we'll talk to a few racers. You're listening to 97.3 ESPN's live coverage of the 2019 South Jersey Lifeguard races.
Are you a business, utility, or municipal authority with workers who need safety equipment to keep them safe on the job? Then Pendergast Safety are the experts you are looking for. Pendergast Safety are experts in confined space entry, fall protection, arc flash clothing, gas detection, respiratory protection, and everything else to keep your workers safe, productive, and OSHA compliant on the job. Pendergast Safety is headquartered in Philadelphia and has experts in South Jersey ready to assist you in your safety program. So go to pendergastsafety.com or call 800-551-1901 and mention that Billy Schweim sent you. Pendergast Safety Equipment. Why would you go anywhere else?
All right, we're back here. We're back here in Longport, New Jersey for the 97.3 ESPN's live coverage of the 2019 South Jersey Lifeguard Championships, brought to you by the 7th and 11th Street Bike Rentals on the boardwalk in Ocean City, 609-425-5169. John Millar says thanks for a great summer. Right now we're joined up here in the tent on the truck with this young phenom, Joey Tepper. Joe, congratulations on another win.
Thank you so much.
And not by, it's not even close. I don't want to beat a dead horse, but you're making this look easy.
Hey, Billy, you got to tell him what Chris Graves said about him, because Chris Graves has been a lifeguard and a rower for a long time. Tell him what Chris Graves.
Who's won 12
Well, that was
No,
Chuck
not
Gowdy,
that.
but Chris Graves has his third, I think, maybe.
You're the best competitor, whether it's swimming, rowing, doubles, athlete that he's ever seen. And that's coming from Chris Graves.
Yeah, that means a lot from him.
Sure does. Joey, I mean, like, I don't even know. You win so easy, I don't even know what to ask him.
Hey,
what did you have for breakfast?
Well, you started out here in the north, Joey. You took a path down to the south because knowing that the current was pulling a little bit, but why did you start here in the beginning instead of just starting down there and going straight out? You seem to go behind the crowd knowing they're going to hit the water and you're going to pick right up on top of them.
Yeah, just because there were a lot of people crowded around the south, and something I live by is, like, don't get stuck behind people and don't get stuck around people, because that's when races can go really wrong.
Yeah, it's a good plan. It's worked for you every time.
Scooter, what did I tell you, though? Before the race started, what did I say about Joey Tepper? He's going to go in the water 12th, 13th, and then he's going to cruise from there, and by the time he gets out past the surf, he'll have 10, 20 yards.
Yep.
And what happened here in the final thing here tonight?
He didn't disappoint, I'll tell you that.
Nah. Joey, great race, awesome race. This is your second South Jersey Championship in 2 years on the Beach Patrol. You know, your brother John got the one before you, but now you have two, so you do have bragging rights in the Tepper house.
Yeah, I guess I do.
It's amazing. I want to congratulate you again. Outstanding race, and, you know, I don't know what your future holds, but you know,
He's keeping it a secret.
We're going to keep it a secret, but whatever it is, I'm sure you're going to be successful.
Anything?
And congratulations on another championship.
Thank you so much.
All right, very good.
Joey, great job.
Thank you.
Let's bring up the.
I'm glad I don't have to. You know what?
Let's bring up the winner of the singles row. He's a new guy to this set. Chris Spires, man, congratulations.
Thank you
Margate
very
singles,
much.
Man.
Yeah, awesome. That was a great race.
Outstanding row, man.
Thank you.
So what was your plan going out? You knew things are like the wind's blowing out of the south
Yeah,
to the north.
I just I had my points. I had my guy on the flag. He was keeping me straight on. Luckily, I had a good turn. There was like 5 or 6 of us going into the turn all together. I was able to come out too, right behind Brigantine, and then coming in, I just.
Chris, how old of a guy are you?
21.
You're 21 years old. He's in great shape, and you know, this is not something you just hop in a boat and do. I mean, I'm sure you put a lot of time.
Yeah. Every day I go out, shoot tees, and it paid off with that coming in straight at the end.
I'll tell you what, Eric Wolf had he kind of went further out with his boat, and there maybe had a little bit more of a run on the sand there, but he got out, he got a great start. Well, you were right there with him.
Yeah.
I think he pushed you a little bit going on the way
Definitely,
out.
yeah. All together, I looked down, there's 6 boats all together. Going into that flag, it was just everyone together.
You know, it was a photo finish. I mean, you know, it was almost like an old-fashioned horse race, because I would say Eric Wolf was in like maybe third position,
Thank you.
third, fifth position,
Thank
and
you.
then he catches a wave, and then he falls off the wave. Inspires you were pulling the whole way in the mix, but then you get off
He
the
fell
wave.
off a little wave.
He
Right
fell
over
off
here,
the wave,
Yeah.
and it was like back and forth.
Yeah, I look over Longport. They were coming in the whole way, creeping up on me. And then I see that wave starting to form behind me. And I hopped back a little early so I didn't shear off. And
when we
paid
called
off.
that, when we were sitting here watching it, we saw that wave coming and we knew you had a shot. And let me tell you, we gave you a shout out halfway out. You were actually leading the race about halfway out to the singles flag, and we gave you a shout out. You know, you're come a long way. You're really showing what it means to work hard and really put it all together. Yeah. And you know what? I gave Chuck Gowdy a little kudos because I know he's been working with you, trying to make sure that everything gets right and giving you everything he has in his arsenal to be a good rower. And
I mean, and we do our in-city races to see who will row out of town for singles, and I've never beat Chuck. Chuck beats me every time.
You're talking about a legend.
Yeah, exactly. Most winning all-time South Jersey.
Billy, I'm going to interject real quick because we can't deny it, but Ashton Funk did have 9 South Jersey championships.
Yeah, he did.
And he was an outstanding rower, so we got to give him a little kudos on that as
well.
Yeah,
when I got on, he was there. Him, Graves, Gowdy, Smallwood, they all work with me. They all put in the time, take out of their day to help me out, and paid off.
How does it really feel standing here as a South Jersey champion?
It's awesome. Nothing was better when they picked up that boat. I got friends, family, everybody.
Guess what? For the rest of the history of the South Jersey Chiefs Association, your name will always be enshrined as the winner in the 2019 singles.
That's awesome.
Chris, listen, man, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Obviously, this is the most important race, the granddaddy of them all.
Definitely.
So maybe we'll see you next year.
Hopefully,
and for more races, for all 2020.
Bill, we do have the unofficial finish in this. Obviously, it's outright. We know he won, but second place went to Ocean City. followed by third place went to Longport. Fourth place went to Ventnor, followed by Brigantine in fifth place. So the way that boils down,
outstanding finish.
To me, that boils down as Longport is the South Jersey champion, followed by Margate with 11 points, and Ventnor finishes third with 5 points.
You know how close that really is, because you did your job, Chris.
Yeah.
You had to win the race, to make sure. The only thing that Longport could do was finish. If they finished third, they finished fourth, it's a tie, and you guys win on the doubles throw. So.
And Scooter, that collision, that could have gone any way. Mike McGrath was able to power through the collision.
I thought
to get
Margate
third.
paid Ocean City $1,000 to keep that boat right in front of him there, but it didn't work.
Guess I needed a little more.
Once again, Chris, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Really
Nice race,
Thank you.
You know what, Chris? At least we keep it on Absecon Island. And look, top 3 finishers, all Atlantic County Beach Patrols.
Always up top.
ESPN's live coverage of the 2019 South Jersey Lifeguard Championships is brought to you by the 7th and 11th Street Bike Rentals on the Boardwalk in Ocean City, 609-425-5169. Thanks for a great summer, John Millar. And by Dino's Subs and Pizza, serving Margate and beyond since 1965. Eat in, take out, or delivery. And yes, we deliver to the beach. That's Dino's, 8016 Ventnor Avenue in Margate, 609-822-6602. And I also want to let people know that Ed Kennedy wants to recognize the 1986 South Jersey Lifeguard Championship doubles crew, John Millar, John Ridgway, pound for pound, best crew ever out of Ocean City. And we're going to take a break right now. When we come back, we'll wrap it up for the conclusion of the 2019 South Jersey Lifeguard Championships live on 97.3 ESPN.
Do you want to get in shape and feel great and look better on the beach? At Local Gym and Fitness, located at 908 Asbury Avenue in Ocean City, New Jersey, you can accomplish your goal. 4 local guys with a passion and experience in fitness wanted to open a gym that delivers a quality, hospitable, clean, and friendly environment. Don't be intimidated. Be a local. Local Gym has the best equipment around. Local Gym and Fitness is well stocked with 4 fully loaded Olympic and CrossFit platforms, Jacob's ladders, Stairmasters, bikes, and ergs. Local Gym and Fitness provides quality trainers to lend their expertise with all your training needs. They're open 7 days a week. Memberships are affordable, so be a local at Local Gym and Fitness. Call them today at 609-545-8732 or go online at localgymandfitness.com. I'll see you there.
All right, we're back here live on the beach in Longport, New Jersey for the 2019 South Jersey Lifeguard Championships. And boy, oh boy, what a race it was. You guys, it was very exciting down the stretch, especially, Margate getting a win in the singles. Of course, Joey Tepper getting his second win in the South Jersey Lifeguard Championships. What a finish.
And the newcomer, Chris Spires, winning the South Jerseys. He rode in the last 2 weeks. He rode third in Wildwood, third in Margate, and here he is, the South Jersey champion. What a race.
What a finish. He was in a great position going into the surf, fell off that little swell, got right back in the seat, rode himself right on to the next wave, pulled it out. Unbelievable finish. Chris, I don't know, unfortunately, for him, for Margate, Longport got third. That gave them that point. Yeah. Longport drops down to fourth place. Guess what? We have a tie, and Chris is a hero for like the next 100 years.
Margate wins on the doubles win.
Absolutely.
And talk about the excitement. Look, Longport got cut off by Ocean City's boat, who comes in second.
Right.
I mean, what happens if they could have just died right there?
Mike further out and they die there, and Ventnor passes them.
Yeah.
You know what? I think they were up far enough. Those top 3 boats were far enough in the lead that it wouldn't have mattered. And it came down to the wave. We talked about that before the even program started tonight. We were talking about it, and as the doubles started, we talked about it. It's all about start, turn, and finish, and that was all about the finish. And you know what? Chris Spires has dealt with a family thing the past couple years. His father passed away a few years back, and he's out here with just his mom and his brother. And what an emotional night for the family. And what a great
night for the family. And Dan, if I may say, he had it. He had to start. He had to turn, and he had to finish.
All right, guys, I just want to thank John McShane, Scotty McKay. You guys, great job, as always, during these races. But I want to especially thank Dan Adams for putting this all together, Dan. If it wasn't for you, none of this would be in place. And And we really, really enjoy doing these broadcasts. And I want to thank you because you've been a liaison. You've been more than just a co-host and a chief. You've been doing a great job, and I really appreciate it. I want to thank you.
Billy, I appreciate that, and this is what it's all about. Putting South Jersey lifeguarding out there to everybody. It's a great thing, and God bless everybody tonight. And what a great night of racing, and Longport wins it.
Longport will
with
be here
12.
next year.
We're back here again in 2020.
All right,
4 in a row.
Four times.
I want to thank all my advertisers, McCann Realtors, Ridgeway Legal, OC Local Gym and Fitness in Ocean City, Maynard's Cafe, Starlight Garden in Margate, Blitz's Market, and I want to thank John Millar, 7th and 11th Street Bike Rentals, and of course Dino's Subs and Pizza in Margate. I want to thank everybody. Thanks, a great race.
Enjoy the after party.
Enjoy the after parties. We'll see you tomorrow in the locker room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN. Hey, South Jersey, it's Billy Schweim from The Locker Room. Join me this and every Saturday at 10 a.m. as we recap the week in sports. Each week, I'll be joined in studio by my twin brother, Bobby, and Scotty McKay as we debate all the hot topics in sports. I will interview a wide variety of sports celebrities from the Philadelphia sports scene and more. Get your sports talk from a fan's perspective, because nothing could be finer than talking sports with a Schweiner. It's The Locker Room with Billy Schweim, Saturdays, 10 a.m. to noon on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN mobile app.